So we failed the test.
We failed pretty miserably, but I'm not even mad about it.
Yay for failing?
So when we say test, we mean that we failed our energy audit.
So we found out that in the area we are in, Canada, British Columbia, there's actually some grants. So in order to be eligible for those grants, or some of the grants, you need to put your house through an energy audit.
We did that energy audit, fairly simple process, and we failed it pretty miserably, or our house did.
Yeah, I think it almost doubled the acceptable rate.
Yes.
I mean, if you're gonna do it well.
Fail it all the way. Because of that failure, we were eligible to do a bunch of energy upgrades on the house, and that kind of boring behind the scenes stuff is what today's video is all about. This is how you figure out if there's studs in the wall.
Oh, you go along. I mean, you always have to calibrate your stud finder.
Oh, so. I found one.
Ding, 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 ding.
That did not sound the same.
No, that's calibration.
We're taking some of this wall down today.
We want access into what was the suite. We've got it de-renterified. As one influential person once said, it's hammer time.
So you may recognize this wall as the dirty one that separated our upstairs from our downstairs.
And as much as it broke Lindy's heart to see this wall go, we had to do it.
Didn't break my heart one bit. We tore this wall down, or at least we tore the drywall down, probably like a few weeks after we moved in.
It was a pain. We needed access to the basement just for storage. There's an extra fridge down here just for everything. It made life easier.
We finished the demo of this. We can't remove this wall because it is load bearing.
Yes.
But now that we had everything exposed, we could start looking at making all of the other boring, unseen, ugly changes to the house.
Well, and just trying to pre-think as much as possible what we're doing and what we want to do in the future, whether that be natural gas lines, electrical, EV chargers, that kind of stuff. And I mean, we're not going to get it all, but if we can get some of that dealt with when we have the trades here, it's definitely easier.
So let's go show you everything we did.
I poured a concrete pad. This is where the storage unit's gonna go, and this is where the air conditioner unit's gonna go. We still have to add a little bit of soil. We're just waiting for the weather to cooperate, but this was kind of one of the next steps we had to get ready in regards to our energy efficient audit and upgrades in the house. So the process was fairly easy. Before we could pour concrete, we needed to make sure we had a good base. So we added a gravel pad that the concrete would sit on. I put some plastic down just to act as a moisture barrier between the gravel and the concrete. Once we had that done, we built our formwork and kind of figured out what we wanted the size of the pads to look like and the shape of the retaining wall. Once we were happy with how the formwork was, we added our reinforcement. We used a mesh grid and rebar for this. Then we could pour our concrete. We poured it all by hand, and yes, you can get a concrete truck, but for the way we did it, concrete bag mix was the way to go because I could do it in stages. I added a bit of a footing under the retaining wall first, then I added some gravel and leveled out the pad, and now we have a really nice concrete pad to use.
So the next thing we did was brand new electrical panel.
So there's a couple reasons on why we had to move the panel or upgrade the panel, and the first one was because of the old service. The old house had 100 amp service, and that was just not going to cut it for the new heat pump and AC, so we had to upgrade to 200 amp. The second reason is that the old panel was in a middle wall, and that wall we wanted to move. And we all know that Lindy doesn't like anything better than making more work for me and moving walls.
He's going to be very grateful when this whole wall is done and we can completely open up the basement.
You're going to be very grateful.
Well, I'm going to be very grateful, but it's going to be 100% worth it.
Now that the new panel is in and everything is wired and cleaned up, we can move on to HVAC.
The next step was this brand new furnace.
The old unit was like 30 years old, and as soon as we moved in, we knew it just wasn't going to keep up. If there is anything that I have learned over 12 years of marriage, is that a cold wife is an unhappy wife.
You don't like my cold feet on your legs at night?
It's like you put them in an ice box and attack me. So the nice thing about this furnace is we actually went from natural gas to electrical, which will work good with our new solar system. It has the heat pump unit, which is on the concrete pad that we built outside. So we will now have air conditioning and heating.
Warm wife, happy wife.
Yeah, good life. Another thing that we did is we actually got them to push the furnace back a bunch so that we could actually open the door fully in this room. So that was just like a little added bonus.
Yeah, previously you could not even open the door.
If you can see the floor, I don't know if you can.
I don't think they can.
Anyways, the new furnace, if I'm a furnace, it would have been up to here. So. We are outside and we can show you our solar panels.
Yay!
So this wasn't a necessity, but it worked well with the grant system, so we went for it.
It was kind of exciting. Russell was like a giddy little kid.
I would actually say I was charged up because solar panels get energy from the sun and then they help make your house run because there's electricity and then you can charge electricity.
We have tried a lot over the years to make some more eco-friendly changes. Solar panels just made sense for this area because we get lots of sun in the spring and summer and fall, and I think they're going to pay for themselves.
100%. So we got 22 panels installed in total and then the inverter in the house, and this should give us free electricity through the summer and almost offset our bills in the winter, or so we're told.
It's nothing Russell likes more than saving money.
Let's just not talk about how much it costs on the front side. So this is what a finished window looks like in our house.
So the first thing we did was get some quotes, and once we found a window company we were happy with, we actually visited their store and on-site got to look at all of the different window options in terms of framing and colors and all that. We knew we were getting triple pane windows, which maybe is overkill for where we live, but we need it for the energy efficiency audit that we'll be doing at the end.
So we're going to show you some clips of how these all got installed, kind of the whole process, which I actually found really interesting. The crew was really good to work with as well. I couldn't say enough good things about them. Their finishing detail too, like on trim work, was top notch, which I am fairly picky, so I think that says a lot.
So what we went with in the end was all black on the exterior of the windows. I love the look of black exterior windows. Our plan is to have black on the interior windows in the open spaces only, so the main open living room, kitchen areas, and then all of the bedrooms, laundry rooms, etc. have white interiors. These ones are much nicer.
Open really nice.
They open easily. We have screens, which we didn't previously have on the old drafty single pane windows. So we're pretty excited about this upgrade.
They really let you see the world clearly now.
It's a whole new viewpoint.
Yeah. Just keep going with these.
We noticed a significant difference in the warmth that stayed in the house and the sound from outside as soon as all the windows were done. So if you're thinking about replacing your windows, oh my gosh, so worth it.
It's an investment, but I think, we haven't looked into this, but I'm pretty sure if you get the house appraised too, it definitely adds value to the house.
Yeah. And the final step was our insulation, which probably won't be drywalled over for a while because
You just need access.
you just need access.
We weren't even planning to do insulation initially, but it was covered in the grant, so we figured why not. We got the whole rim joist perimeter sprayed, and then we added the batting to the floor just for sound dampening.
And it actually did make a difference because our TV's down there and our just quiet living room is upstairs, and it definitely made a difference in what we can hear. So,
And we didn't have to deal with itchy insulation bats, so
my
win.
worst favorite thing.
Yeah, I thought cold feet was.
No, that's your worst favorite thing.
Remember how we said we failed the test? Well, I'm just gonna go over some of the results and where we've come from that. So to start this whole process off, we had our energy audit. We got a score of 168 gigajoules, which is not good. It's about 100 gigajoules over the average new build home for energy consumption. But from that, we got some recommendations on how to improve our home. We followed those recommendations. Then we got the test again, and this time we actually did really well. We got down to 49 gigajoules. So now we're below the average new build energy consumption. So what that is saying is that all the work that we did on our home, even though we're burying it behind walls and not actually going to see it, is helping in regards to energy efficiency, emissions, and hopefully our utility bills. Well, that was a lot of work.
That was a long few months of professionals.
Yeah, even though we weren't doing it, it was just like mentally exhausting. First off, getting through all the grants. Second off, organizing all the different grants, because we had all this work done in about a month and a half.
Yeah, organizing all the different professionals coming in, when they were coming, making sure everything was in order.
But it was worth it. I mean, the house has definitely been warmer thus far, and we've been enjoying the new upgrades.
So hopefully this video wasn't too boring for all of you. I know this is like the ugly behind the scenes boring stuff that we'll never see again.
So if you made it through it all, make sure you comment below
Yes.
to make sure you just check in with us.
Please let us know you made it this far. The next step is a beam across here.
This way.
Here-ish. Stay tuned because that is going to be very exciting. And after that comes a lot of fun room makeovers.
So thanks so much for following our West Coast Reno, and we'll see you next time.